I reviewed Mistborn. I went through the trilogy, and I don't talk about it enough. I don't talk about the Cosmere enough. I need to read more Cosmere. So I'm starting off just doing why you should read the Mistborn trilogy. So Mistborn is amazing because it can appeal to everyone. Cause it's like kind of like they branded it at one point. These early editions, the YA branded. Cause yeah, I mean it's not YA. It's not written as YA. It has like a lot of limits to its potential, but it also appeals to YA. It's like that's the great thing because it's like it's adult fantasy, but it's like everything. But it's why it's not like you can read it if you read YA. So that's the amazing thing about Mistborn, and it appeals to everyone. Like a new fantasy fan, they would love Mistborn again. It reads very very easy. It's amazing like how fun you can much have. It's like very modern, and like everything like they have is in this book. Like Mistborn, I think one of the great things it does is just like sets a mood very well. The first book is my favorite, the Mistborn, and then it's the Hero of Ages, and then it's the Well of Ascension. Obviously, they get more intense through each book, but at least for the first Mistborn book, definitely give it a try. There's nothing stopping you, or there's nothing that says, hey, you can't read this book because you haven't read this, or because you're not at this level of reading. So if you can read, and if you read books without pictures, you should read this book. Like, I mean, I would say just like there's a cutoff, but like, if you are looking just for a book to read, Mistborn's a great book. Like, I was like, okay, what is this book series? When I was picking it up, like, because obviously, I was a little sketched out because it is branded as a YA book, but it's not. If you get these YA editions like I did, it's not a YA book. And if like you read fantasy and you're like, oh, I don't want to read YA, it's not. There's so much. I would personally, I would do this before jumping into the Stormlight Archive, but you don't have to. But it's a great series. Brandon, like, he kind of said like he says just where to start because he said his sophomore books are always just like the better than the first book. But I would not pass up on these books if you're deciding to read them. I would read them. They are amazing books, and they give me like so much joy. Again, this is one of those series where I just like after I read them, like kind of grows on me more because this has very strong characters. You'll love the characters in this book. I found like myself like okay like these like what's happening next. Ven is an amazing main character. She's probably one of the best main characters out there. She's so like just like strong and powerful, and but as well as just like confused and like it's the perfect mix of things. And she's only 16 from the first book, and it's kind of like a heist book. It's more of just like a very humble, not like because Brandon Sanderson doesn't really do quest fantasy. This is a quest fantasy, and Brandon Sanderson doesn't really do that. And the Way of Kings, it's just like kingdoms, like a bunch of kings, so you're always staying in one place. But this is kind of more of like a heist book. A lot of times when people do like more of a humble book, like not a person in a kingdom with a king or a king, with a king or a queen, but it's like it's more of a quest. But Brandon just doesn't really do quests. He does heists, and this is an amazing heist. It wasn't like it's like they were defeat this Lord Ruler. They had already won. The premise of this book, Brandon's premise, was like, what if the bad guys won and like they had to like save the bad guys, save like the people who are already enslaved, which is it's a great concept, and Mistborn executes it perfectly. And the second books don't fail you. So if you read the first book, the second books, they're different. They're two different stories, and you'll get a different vibe, but they do not disappoint. They're very good. And as for Era 2, I have not read Era 2. I want to get into Alloy Block. The rest of the cards I'll probably read on Aloncho's next, but these, you're not going to want to pass these up. They're amazing books, and My favorite book, yeah, it was Mistborn, but the rest of them are great too. And these covers, I like this cover, but I'm not a fan of these two covers. But I love the size. A lot of people love trade paperback size. I love these YA sizes, even though I'm not a big YA reader. But this one's a little strange, but otherwise, everything about Mistborn's amazing. The magic system. I'm not even gonna get into the magic system in this video. It's too much. It's like I'm gonna need a different video. But it's something else. So just so you know, like you're not that's disappointed. This is one of the best magic systems. In general, it's just one of the best. So hope you guys pick up Mistborn, and if you like it, it's the book for you. So see you in the next